Good morning! Welcome back to Math Dali. Okay, so marami pong salamat sa mga nag-subscribe sa channel. Sa mga hindi pa po nag-subscribe, pindutin lang po yung subscribe button. Kasama na rin po yung notification bell. Yan po. Marami pong salamat. Okay, so dumako na tayo sa ating lesson ngayon. So, addition of integers. Yan. And even subtraction. Okay, so yan. So, gagamit tayo dito ng ating tinatawag na integer counters. So, ito yung nire-represent ng ating positive 1, yung kulay blue. Then, yung ating negative 1, nire-represent yan yung ating kulay red na keep. Okay, so yan. If we are going to combine this, positive 1 and negative 1, that will be 0. Yan. Yan. Pagka nirepresent natin yung positive 5, we have 5 blue keep. Yan. 5 positive keep. Then we have negative 4, and we have 4 negative keep. Yan. Okay, so, and we have this addition. So, ano mag-add gamit yung integer counter? So, we have 4 plus 3. So, ibig sabihin yan, meron tayo ditong apat na positive keep. And then we have also 3 positive keep. So, since wala naman tayong pair dito ng 0, yan, yung katulad nito, then we can just combine. Yan. Bilangin lang natin kung ilan to is 1, 2, saan ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, definitely, 4 plus 3, that will be equal to 7. So, lagay natin dito yung sagot. So, we have 7. Yan. Okay, dito naman, we have negative 4 plus a negative 2. So this time we have 4 negative keep and 2 negative keep. Okay, so again, wala tayong pairs dito na kung saan meron tayong red and a blue or negative and a positive keep. Okay, so dito, kukombine lang natin, bibilangin lang natin kung ilan lahat yung negative keep. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so yan, lalagay na natin dito yung sagot. So that will be negative 6. Okay, so 6 na negative keep yan. So kaya may negative dito. Yan. Okay, so that is for both negative. Sorry, negative to. This is for both negative. Pagilagay na lang dito, negative. Yan. Sensya na. Okay, so ito naman para sa both positive. Okay, so okay na. Yan, same sign, simply combine. Yan, bilangin lang ninyo. Okay, next tayo. Okay, how about this one? We have positive 5 plus a negative 3. Okay, so you notice, meron tayong 5 positive keep dito. Then we also have 3 negative. 3 negative keep. So, ang gagawin natin dito, and cancel natin yung 0. That is this one. Yung ating positive keep. And we have negative keep. Yan, kakancel natin yan. And we also have this pair of 0. Pair of 0. Yan. So, ano na lang naiwan dito? We have 2 positive keep. So, mayroon na tayong lalagay dito ng sagot. That will be, yan, walang blue. Ang sagot dito ay positive 2. Okay, so that is when we add two integers with different sign. Okay, how about this one? So, ganun pa rin. Iko-combine natin dito, negative 6 plus positive 4. So, makikita, magkaiba yung sign ng integers. Okay, so meron tayong 6 negative keep. Then we also have 4 positive keep. So, kakancel lang natin tong pares dito. Yan, meron tayong blue and red. Yung red, yan yung ating negative. Yung blue, yan yung ating positive. So, yan. So, ano na lang naiwan dito? Yung ating dalawang negative. So, that will be equal to negative 2. Okay, so negative 2. Since that is negative keep, yan, nagre-represent ito, meron tayong negative 1. Then we also have negative 1. So dito kanina, that is positive 1. Then we also have positive 1. Yan. Yan yung nire-represent ng ating keep. Yan. Positive 1. Okay, so kaya positive 2 to. Ito naman, dalawang negative 1. So we have negative 2. Okay, so ayan. Okay, next. Okay, so the keep methods works fine for adding and subtracting smaller number. Example, we have negative 4 plus 7. That will be equal to positive 3. What if we need to add larger number? Like say for example, we have 65 plus negative 34. Writing out 99 keep would not be make sense. Yan. Okay, so ito yung rule natin sa pag-a-add ng integers. So definitely we're not going to use the keep anymore kasi masyado nang malalaki yung ating mga number. Okay, so example, we have 36 plus 48. So as you can see, parehas silang positive. Ang sabi dito sa rule natin, to add integers with the same sign, simply add their absolute value and copy the sign. Kung parehas yan na positive, then the answer will be positive. Okay, so sagutan natin to. 36 plus 48. So pag nag-a-add kayo, kailangan yung place value, yan, integers natin, magkatapat dapat yung unit digit, then we have the tens digit. Okay, so 6 plus 8, that will be equal to, we have, nalakihan ko lang yung text ko, 6 plus 8, that will be equal to 14. So lalagay natin dito yung 4, then we have, ito yung 1. 1 plus 3, that is 4, plus 4, that will be equal to 4. Plus 4, that is equal to 8. Okay, so the answer will be 84. Okay, so since pare silang positive, so ang sagot natin ay positive 84. Okay, so dito naman, we have negative 37 plus a negative 56. So, yan, mapapansin nyo, parehas silang negative. Ang gagawin natin dyan, i-add lang natin yung kanilang absolute value. So, absolute value nito, that is positive 37. Absolute value nito is positive 56. Then, after that, we're going to copy the sign. So, ang sign nito ay negative. So, dapat negative din yung sagot. Add natin. 7 plus 6, that will be equal to 13. Yan, lalagay natin dito yung 1. Then we have 1 plus 3, that is 4, plus 9, that will be equal to, plus 5, sorry, plus 5, that is equal to 9. Ayan. So, since parehas yan na negative, lalagay natin dito yung negative. Copy the sign. Okay, so yan. The answer will be negative 93. Okay, so yan ay kapag ka both negative. Pag both positive, the answer will be positive. Pag both negative yung ina-add, the answer will be negative. Okay, so next. About this, the second rule for adding integers. To add integers with different signs, simply subtract, sorry. Simply subtract and their absolute value and copy the sign of the larger absolute value. Ibig sabihin yan. Okay, so mapapansin natin dito sa unang example, we have negative 37 plus 48, magkaiba yung sign nito. Okay, so isusubtract lang natin to. So that will be, yan, lalagay ko lang muna dito yung ating, subtract muna natin. Yung 48, yan. Ilalas natin dyan yung ating smaller number, that is less yung ating number, we have 38. Sorry, 37. Oh no! Yan. Pasensya na, hindi masyadong naitapat. Okay, so 8 minus 7, that is equal to 1. Then we have 4 minus 3, that will be equal to 1. So, lagay lang natin dito. 1. Okay, so, yan. Ano yung absolute value ng ating negative 37? That is positive 37. Absolute value of 48, that's equal to 48. Since mas malaki yung absolute ng positive 48, yan, kaysa sa negative 37, so, susundin natin yung, or kokopyahin natin yung sign ng 48, and that is positive. The answer will be positive 11. Lagyan lang natin dito yung sagot. Will be 11. Okay, next. How about this one? 46 plus a negative 75. So, ang sabi dito, different signs, subtract their absolute value. So, kukunin natin yung difference nito. Ayan. Lagay lang muna natin dito yung 75. Ayan. Then, lalagay natin sa baba niya yung 46. Ayan. Kukunin natin yung difference nito. Subtract lang natin. So, 5 minus 6, that cannot be. So, baro tayo dito ng 1. This becomes 6. So, magiging 15. So, 15 minus 6, that will be equal to 9. Okay, so 9. Then we have 6 minus 4, that will be equal to 2. Ayan. So, dito, since yung ating, yung absolute value ng negative 75, yan, yung absolute value ng negative 75 is actually greater than the absolute value of 46. Then, kokopyahin natin dito yung sign ng 75, which is negative. So, ang sagot natin dito ay nagiging negative 29. Ayan. Okay, so again, to add integers with different signs, simply subtract their absolute value. So, yung absolute value ng 48, then absolute value ng 37. So, subtract natin. Ayan. Ito yung kanilang difference. Then, kokopyahin nyo yung sign ng mas mataas na absolute value. So, dito naman, yung absolute value ng 46, and absolute value of negative 75, ito yun. Subtract ninyo, that will be equal to 29. Then, compare ninyo yung absolute value ng dalawang number. Ano yung mas malaki? Yung absolute value ba ng negative 75 or yung 46? So, syempre, that is negative 75. Okay, so kung ano yung sign ng negative 75, yun yung lalagay sa sagot. Ayan, kung ano yung mas malaki. Yung absolute value. Okay, next. Okay, so do the numbers have the same sign? Ito yung technique natin kung paano natin ma-apply yung ating rules in adding integers. So, we're going to ask ourselves, do the numbers have the same sign? Parehas ba yung sign? Kung ang sagot nyo ay yes, then add the numbers together. Okay, so kung no naman, then you're going to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So, yan. Kinuha natin yung difference kanina. And yung sagot, ano naman yung magiging sign ng sagot after you subtract? Okay, so is the positive or negative number larger? I'm referring to the absolute value. Okay, so ano yung mas malaki yung absolute value? Yan. So, dalawang number. Yung bang may positive or yung may negative? Ngayon, kung yung negative, ang mas malaki yung absolute value, then the final answer is negative. Pero kung yung positive naman, yung mas malaki yung absolute value, then the final answer is positive. Okay, so yan. And another technique we have is, If the beginning signs are the same, then the calculation we do is add. Yan, kung same yung sign ng integer, i-add ninyo. Then the end sign of our answer will be the same. Kung yan ay same negative, then it will be negative yung sa final answer. Kung yan ay positive, then ang sign ng sagot natin ay positive din. Yan, kapag nag-add tayo ng parehas yung sign. Ngayon naman, if the beginning signs are negative, ang gagawin natin is to subtract. The sign of the larger number will be used for our final answer. So, yung larger number dito, ito yung larger absolute value. Yan. Dun sa dalawang number na ina-add natin. So, yan. Okay, subtracting integers will be the second lesson. Yan. Okay, so rules in subtracting integers. So, let us set this. Change the sign of the subtrahend. And we're going to apply the rules in adding integers. So, ito yung given natin, 37 minus 28. Makikita natin dito sa gawing kanan na bago yung sign ng ating positive 28. So, this positive 28 becomes negative 28. Pero anong nangyari sa operation? Yan. We're going to apply the rules in adding integers. So, kaya yan. Naging positive. Okay, so ngayon, balikan natin yung rule natin sa addition. So, ang tanong, parehas ba yung sign? Okay, so ito positive, ito ay negative. So, yan. Magkaiba yung kanilang sign. So, ang gagawin natin dito, subtract daw natin. Okay, so subtract the two numbers. Subtract their absolute value. Okay, so lagay ko lang dito. So, we have 37. 37. Then we have 20 minus 28. Lagay ko lang dito natin. So, 7 minus 8 cannot be. So, we're going to borrow 1 from the tens digit. So, ito magiging 2. Ito naman magiging 17. 17 minus 8, that will be equal to, we have, yan. Then, susunod, titignan natin kung ano yung mas malaki yung absolute value. Yung absolute value ba ng 37 o yung absolute value ng negative 28? Definitely, the absolute value of 37. So, kung ano yung sign ng 37, yun yung magiging sagot. So, the answer will be equal to positive 9. Lagay natin dito. Yan. Ayan yung rule natin sa pag-subtract. Now, we have another way on how to subtract. Yan. Ito natin to. Subtracting integers. To subtract integers, we're going to add the opposite of. Okay, so yung opposite ng tinutukoy ko dito, yung second integers, yung second number natin dito. Or yung ating tinatawag na subtrahend. Ito yun. So, ano yung opposite? So, we're going to find the opposite of subtrahend. So, add the opposite of 46. What is the opposite of positive 46? That will be negative 46. And so we have 23 plus we have negative 46. Lagay ko lang dito yung negative. Ayan. Okay, so yan. 23 plus negative 46. So, ang inad natin dito yung opposite ng subtrahend. Ang opposite ng subtrahend natin ay negative 46. Yun yung inad natin sa 23. So, that will be equal to, okay, so, evaluate the integer addition. Okay, so, ibig sabihin yan, i-apply natin yung rule sa addition. Kapag magkaiba yung sign, subtract natin yung dalawang integer, yung absolute value niya. So, we have 46 less natin yung 23. Ayan. Lagyan ko lang ng guhit to. Okay. Ayan. So, 46 minus 23. So, we have 6 minus 3, that is equal to 3. Then, 4 minus 2, that will be equal to 2. Ayan. Answer will be 23. Pero, dito, ano yung mas malaki yung absolute value? Ayan. Yung negative 46 ba o yung 23? That is negative 46. So, kung ano yung sign ng negative ng 46, yun yung ilalagay natin sa sagot natin. The answer would be negative 23. And final answer. Okay, so yan. Okay na. Ulitin natin yung step natin ha. To subtract integers, 23 minus 46, you're going to add the opposite of 46, and that is negative 46. Ayan. So, yung negative 46 na yan, i-add natin sa 23. Ayan. So, pag nag-add tayo, kung napansin niyo dito, magkaiba yung sign ng ina-add natin, so, i-apply natin yung rule number 2 ng subtraction. Ayan. Rule number 2 ng addition, sorry. Rule number 2. Ayan. Ang rule number 2 kung unlike sign yung ina-add natin. Ayan. Okay na? Okay, so, next tayo. Okay, how about this one? Subtract 58 minus negative 26. So, we're going to add the opposite of, ang i-add naman natin dito yung opposite ng negative 26. And that is, ano yung opposite natin dyan? Positive 26. So, we have 58. This time we have 58 plus we have 26. So, yan. Lagyan lang natin dito. So, then we have addition. Yan. So, 58 plus 26. So, 8 plus 6, that will be equal to 14. Yan. Diba? Then we have 1 plus 5, that is 6, plus 2, that will be equal to 8. Yan. So, the answer will be equal to 84. So, yan. Pagka parehas yung sign, we're going to apply the rule in addition, specifically that is rule number 1. Okay, so rule number 1, ibig sabihin, kung parehas yung sign ng ina-add natin, simply add and copy the sign. Since parehas to na positive, the answer will be positive also. Yan. Okay na? So the answer will be 84. Okay, next. How about this? Negative 48 minus 76. Yan. Okay, so ang i-add naman natin dito ay yung opposite ng positive 76. So you're going to add the opposite of, yan, opposite nitong positive 76. And that way is negative 76. So this time we have negative 48 and plus a negative 76. Yan. Natin dito ng guhit. Okay, then sign natin. Ilang natin dito. Yan. Parenthesis. Sorry.
Oh
Oh no.
no!
Yan. Yan. Okay, so yan. Since parehas sila ng sign, negative, then ang gagawin natin dito, simply combine or add the numbers. So, combine natin to. Will be 8 plus 6, that is equal to 14. Lagyan natin dito yung 4 and we have 1. 1 plus 4, that is 5, plus 7, that is equal to 12. Dito natin lalagay yung 12. Yan. Medyo nadikit pa. Ayusin ko lang. Will be equal to 124. Yan. Since parehas silang negative, yan, then ang sagot natin dito ay dapat negative din. Yan. So the answer will be equal to negative 124. Ayan. Okay na? So, kukunin nyo yung opposite ng positive 76. And that is negative 76. So, yung negative 76, i-add natin dun sa negative 48. Okay, so, then apply natin yung addition, yung rule ng addition. Pag parehas yung sign, i-apply dyan yung rule number 1 ng addition. Okay, so yan. Okay, next. Okay, how about this one? We have negative 32 minus negative 56. This time we're going to add the opposite of, and yung opposite naman ng negative 56. And the opposite of negative 56 is positive 56. So, i-add natin yan sa negative 32. So, we have negative 32 and plus yung ating opposite dito, opposite ng negative 56, that is positive 56. Ayan. So, i-add natin yan. Sign natin dito. Operation, we have addition. Okay, so yan. Okay, so we have negative 32 plus yung opposite nito, that is positive 56. Okay, mapapansin ninyo, magkaiba yung sign nitong dalawang to. So, ang i-apply natin dyan yung rule natin, rule number 2 ng addition of integer. So, i-apply natin dyan yung rule number 2. Ang rule number 2 natin, sabi doon, subtract daw ninyo yung dalawang number. Okay, so subtract the absolute value. So, yung absolute value ng 56 ay 56. Absolute value ng negative 32, that is positive 32. So, we're going to subtract. Yan. Subtract natin. 6 minus 2, that will be equal to 4. Then we have 5 minus 3, that is equal to positive 2. Yan. So, yan. Sorry. Ayan. So, next. We already have the difference. Ang tanong dyan, ano yung sign ng 24, yung difference nitong dalawa? Is it positive or negative? Ang tanong, ano yung mas malaki yung absolute value? Yung absolute value ba ng 56 o yung absolute value ng 32? So, syempre, yung absolute value ng 56. At ano yung sign ng 56? That is positive. Definitely, the answer will be equal to 24. So, ayan. So, ito yung sagot. Okay na? Next. Okay, so try this. Subtract the sum of negative 12 and 38 from the difference of 72 and negative 34. Okay, so iwan ko to sa inyong problem na to para sagutan. And sa susunod na video, i-discuss ko kung paano ito sagutan. Ang lesson natin sa susunod na video ay multiplication and division of integers. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong pakikinig. Paalam!